everyone, how are you? It is Thursday, so it is my time to make a video. I have been having a hard time figuring out topics to talk about. I would absolutely love it if you guys messaged me or commented with topics that you want to talk about or that you want to get off your chest. That would be super cool. But I guess as I'm struggling with figuring out a topic, this past week I've really been thinking about the term toxic people. You see it a lot on social media, on the internet, that this whole fad with ridding yourself of toxic people. And this unsettles me. I don't know why. I think it's the word toxic. It's really vulgar and it's kind of like, it's dark and harsh, it seems. And I guess, well, I looked it up and it does mean poisonous. And my conclusion is that throughout the earth, as far as my understanding is that things don't become poisonous as they go along. They either are or they are not poisonous. And therefore I guess I've come to the conclusion that I don't think people are toxic. I do believe that people can take on and be infected with certain toxic attitudes, habits, and as a Christian, I also think that there's toxic and infectious sins as well. And I guess so what I'm saying is, I don't think that, like I said, I don't think people are poisonous. I think that they've taken on toxic things and are now just reflecting what they've taken in. And so I guess there will always be people who are never going to take responsibility for the things they've taken in and allowed to fester and become a part of their personality. There's always going to be those people. But I dare you to think that there's not as many of those people as you think there is. There's a whole lot of other people out there, and there's like tons of people, and I don't think most of them are toxic, which social media leads us to believe, and people's reasoning for getting rid of friends or boyfriends or family would lead us to believe as well. So, what am I trying to say? I guess what I'm saying is, with the deepest love and respect, that people are using toxic people as an excuse to cut off and get rid of relationships, and to get rid of the work and responsibility that is required to maintain those relationships. And I'm saying this, of course, with all deep love and respect. People are meant to be with one another. We're supposed to be partners all the time with one another. And I think that in labeling someone toxic, you make it extremely easy for you to not take responsibility, to maintain that partnership, to maintain that responsibility. And I guess the core value that comes from this thought process of mine is that people are genuinely meant to be loved. Even toxic people. Even if they are even negative people, I do believe that people can say from the bottom of their heart, with all love and humility, hey, you talk about that person negatively a lot, or and it's really affecting my view of that person, and I would appreciate it if you didn't. Gossip is like that. If it goes on for long enough, it can become infectious, and it becomes almost like a negativity that grows inside of you. So how do you love the people who are actually tend to the negatives? I think you can. For me personally, there are certain people, like on my Facebook feed, that I do find slightly negative. And over social media, you do have the ability, you don't need to delete that person off of Facebook and make it super clear that you dislike them. What you can actually do is just unfollow them. You don't need to pump yourself full of their negativity. That's fine. That's fine. Also, if you're with someone, you don't have to bite their head off and say, that's really negative, why are you always such bad vibes? That you don't need to do that. You can say it from the deepest part of your heart. And you know, that may take time too. Like, you may have to take some time and think about on the problem and think about the negativity. And if you're a Christian, you need to pray about it and figure out how you can address it in a loving manner. Yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is just love everybody. Really pour your heart into relationships. Pour your heart into maintaining relationships and fostering relationships on the level they were meant to be fostered. You don't see really deep, awesome relationships anymore, and I think it's because people are taking the easy way out, and we don't need to do that. So yeah, just take time with your relationships, let them foster, deal with the problems, love one another in a really awesome way, love them out of the negativity, kind of, I guess. Yeah, and be kind and caring all the time, and yeah, I don't know. I feel like that was an almost unfinished video, but I hope you guys all have a super awesome Thursday, have an awesome weekend, and have fun today. See you guys.